Previously on Green Glitches. Thinking with portals. SS antics. And some name brand spaghetti. Hello, and welcome to Green Glitches 7. By this point, we have already mastered Warp Travel and have 2 Pokemon League championships under our belt, so I don't really know what we're supposed to do going forward. Hang on, I gotta take this call.
Agent Bugcatcher, do you read me? This is Colonel Char. Bugcatcher, come in, Bugcatcher.
こちら、虫取り。感動良好であります。
Why aren't you speaking in American?
大佐、我々には別の声優を雇う余裕などありません。多分、視聴者にはこれが一番見分けのつきやすい状況であろうと思われます。
Well, a single voice actor still puts us ahead of Sword and Shield at least. Listen, we just got a new mission from HQ.
ぜひ、お聞かせください。
We've been getting reports of paranormal activity coming from Lavender Tower. We need you to assess the situation, identify the threat, then neutralize it.
了解。現在シオンタウン、1時間以内に現地到着可能であります。
Hold your horses, Agent. You don't know what you might be up against. R&D has developed some new ghost-busting tech, but the shipment seems to have gotten lost en route.
妖怪探知機。それって妖怪ウォッチのような。やっとジバンヤン参戦。
Yokai Watch. Jibanyan. Those don't sound like words from the good old US of A. Cut the weeb crap and focus on the mission.
失礼します、大佐。
The last known coordinates of the truck transporting the ghost-busting tech put it in the vicinity of Vermilion City. That's not much to go off of, but it's all we've got.
了解いたしました。まず、妖怪探知機ピックアップの上、シオンタウンにて状況改正に当たります。虫であれ、妖怪であれ、収集作業については私にお任せください。
We're counting on you, Agent Bugcatcher. Any last words you'd like us to relay to your loved ones in case the mission goes south?
家族、友達にはいいね。そしてチャンネルとディスコード登録の方よろしくと。こちらエージェント虫取り更新終了。
Well, you heard Colonel Char, we've got our orders. A truck near Vermilion City. Do you take me for some sort of filthy casual? Of course I know where to go. To the Mew truck! Also, we went there last episode. We can shadow clone right past the sailor, hop on our surfboard, and waltz up to the truck where there's nothing. Wait, but the contents of our pocket dimension can change based on our location, and this is a unique map, right? If we scroll down into hyperspace, maybe we can find R&D's secret weapon. There. That must be it. The Hayabusa badge. Hayabusa translates to Falcon in English.
Yes!
And you might be thinking, I don't remember a Falcon badge. And that's because this is a glitch item through and through. Some garbage data from Gen 1 would eventually be salvaged and used in Gen 2, but even Faulkner's eventual Zephyr badge is known as the Wing badge in Japanese. Bonus fact, there's an unofficial law here in Japan that if something is fast, you have to stuff Hayabusa somewhere in the name.
Come on!
Bullet trains? Hayabusa. Asteroid harvesting satellites? Hayabusa 1 and 2. Main character of Ninja Gaiden? Ninjas are fast. Gotta name him Ryu Hayabusa. Imagine being named Dragon Falcon. How could you grow up to be anything other than a ninja? With the secret weapon in our inventory, it's time to head back to Lavender Town and do some ghost busting. We could easily trash our rival here, but I think it's more in spirit with the area to ghost through the walls and sneak around him. We ascend up to the ghostly Marowak we've been tasked to cleanse, and there are a few ways we could do that. If you try to face the ghost without the Sylph Scope in your inventory, your Pokemon will be too spooked to act, and Marowak will just stand there, menacingly, until you give up and run away. You could continue the vanilla story and obtain the Sylph Scope from Giovanni and Rocket Hideout, but I'm not showing background footage of that because, come on, you know I didn't do that. Instead of going to Rocket Hideout, you could go to Pocket Hideout, ho-ho! Because in Lavender Tower, the Sylph Scope happens to slide its way into your pocket dimension. How convenient. You can actually start the battle against the ghost, Then move the Sylph Scope into your inventory mid-encounter, allowing you to actually damage and feint the ghost without it ever revealing itself as Marowak. It'll still dodge any Pokeballs you throw, which begs the question, can you actually capture ghosts? The short answer is yes, and the long answer is yes. Asterisk. We might not have a Yokai watch, but we do have this spiffy Hayabusa badge. Outside of combat, it does nothing, but if you use it against Marowak's ghost, it'll reset the battle and play the text letting you know that Marowak's spirit has been put to rest. If you flee from the battle, you'll then be able to progress as if you defeated Marowak normally. Wait, but we didn't catch Marowak. Maybe I shouldn't have tested our secret weapon against the one-time encounter. More trials are required. If you use the Hayabusa badge against a trainer, it'll reset the battle. If you use the Hayabusa badge against a trainer, it'll reset the battle. If you use the Hayabusa badge against a trainer, it'll reset the battle. Okay, so we know the Hayabusa badge resets static and trainer battles, but what about wild battles? If used in a wild encounter, you can do this. We're now in some sort of glitched purgatory. We're still in battle, but we're also able to wander this corrupted hellscape and get into new encounters, which brings us back to reality and places us in a vanilla Pokemon battle. We don't want that. What you want to do is use the Hayabusa badge to enter the overworld from within a battle, then toss a Pokeball while in this state, which the ghost will then dodge. Wait, alright, I figured it out. Welcome to glitch number 31. Yokai, watch this! Step 1. Encounter a ghost, preferably near a staircase. Then use the Hayabusa badge to yoink yourself out of battle and into the cursed overworld. Step 2. Enter a new map. In our case, we waddle over to a lower floor, which restores the map to normal. Step 3. Make your way to the base of the tower. Step 3.5. Completely fail to stealth past our rival who... Alright, that's rude. Well, I did name the rival in this series Cockroach, so I guess I had this one coming. Step 4. Once outside of Lavender Tower, open your bag, toss one of your infinite Master Balls, and presto, you've caught a ghost! And the ghost's true identity is... Cubone? Huh. We knew Marowak was dead, but was Cubone also dead the whole time? As you can imagine, there's lots of tomfoolery we can get up to with a Hayabusa badge. If you delve into Rock Tunnel, you can pull the same tricks we just did to catch a wild Pokemon from the overworld and corrupt the map data, allowing you to actually see the outline of the terrain in the darkness. It might be easier to just teach a Pokemon Flash though. I tested what would happen if you executed this glitch while surfing, and as expected, you don't get JC's water walking ability, you're just locked in place until you hop back on your surfboard. The glitch remains active from when you yank yourself out of battle until you enter a fresh encounter. You can have oodles of fun seeing just how badly you can warp the background based on what map you throw the Pokeball from. Look at the pretty colors! Pretty colors. Rainbows. The Rainbow Badge. I know what I must do. Get into an encounter on Route 7, activate your Hayabusa badge, then make your way towards Southern Celadon. This gym is great. It's full of strong women. See, we're compromising between the creepy original quote and the new one. Position yourself just right, and forget the Pokemon League. I've finally, truly beaten the game. Erica, queen of the waifus, is mine at last. I know it's actually a meow. Just let me have this for a moment.
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP! Simp!
What was our mission again? An exorcism in Lavender Tower? We did that, right? Since we're already here, I guess we can goof off in Celadon City for a bit. In addition to a Pokemon Center, there's also a Human Center, or what a normal person would call an inn. The layout of the inn is ripped straight from a Pokemon Center, including the placement of the PC, so even though there's nothing here and you can walk right over the space, you can actually access the PC from the front of where the terminal would be. But come on, you can do that in the Western releases, and everyone knows about that. It's child's play. You're not here for the kids' stuff. You want to know what happens behind the counter, right? Well, for that, you gotta talk to the innkeeper. Glitch number 32. Spin to win. As far as I know, the innkeeper of the Celadon Inn is an entirely unique sprite, only ever used for this one NPC in this one location of this one game. Such a shame that we only ever get to see the front of this groovy granny. Until today. Use Shadow Clone to hop the counter, and I hope you're sitting down because for the first time in Western YouTube history, we can see her side sprite. And her back sprite.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Alright, so that was kinda lame. How about some good old unfettered capitalism to wash away the pain? The Celadon department store is so huge that it actually has an elevator to help you zip between floors. Just choose the floor you want from the pop-up menu and... oh no. You already know what a new menu means. We can use the select button to swap these floors around, but because there were so few options, things don't get too crazy. I mean, when I tried to read this sign, my game froze, and both the customers and employees started flickering in and out of existence, but that's pretty tame as far as green glitches go. Keep the elevator thing in mind, because if there happens to be a building with a few more floors, we might be able to do some neat tricks. Speaking of neat tricks, how about we close out this episode by learning a new ninjutsu? We've been getting lots of mileage out of Shadow Clone, so let's see if we can learn the next rank of this forbidden jutsu. Our sensei will be none other than the Badge Dude in Cerulean City. In a previous episode, we learned that by swapping the Marsh and Volcano badges, we could set our party size equal to the index number of the second Pokemon in our roster. We used Abra back then, but this time, we'll use Charmeleon, whose index number of 178 means we have that many Pokemon on our team. We're looking for the 175th Pokemon, so to dredge them up, it makes much more sense to scroll upwards 4 slots instead of downwards 174 slots. You want to make sure that their dex number is listed as 213. That's the key. Oh, hey there! I'm Chef Charizard, and welcome to Kanto Kitchen. I'm sure you have some questions for me. What does this have to do with green glitches? I thought you were a lawyer. And why are you using a stove if you can just breathe fire? All very valid concerns. Cooking is a lot like glitching. It's both an art and a science. It's a science because there's a recipe to follow, but it's art because you never know what you're gonna end up with. You could follow the recipe down to the letter, boil for 2 minutes, pinch of salt in the water, but in the end, this analogy is really getting away from me. What I'm trying to say is I could not recreate this glitch on my own. I tried, I followed the directions exactly. I have like hundreds of Pokemon on my roster, but none of them are the actual Pokemon that will activate the glitch. So, to actually show you what happens, we're going to be using some footage from Ganahibi's original video. I'll have links to both Ganahibi's channel and the exact video in the description. And if you understand Japanese, I really recommend checking out the original video, because you can really see, 1, the actual explanation of what's happening, and 2, how our styles really differ. I think that Ganahibi has a really interesting style that you will also find to be entertaining. So I guess we have to transition back to the glitches. So how do we end the cooking show? This has been Chef Charizard. Thanks for tuning in to Kanto Kitchen. And remember, if you can't take the heat, you're not a fire type. And now we're ready to pull off glitch number 33, Koga, Ultimate Ninjask Storm. If your game hasn't crashed by this point, get into a wild encounter and send the glitch Pokemon out. They're a bit shy, give them a moment. There we go. And they don't have any actual moves, so you'll have to switch to a different Pokemon to end the battle. Once you do, you'll see that we've activated the advanced multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu because everyone is in here, just slipping and sliding all over the place. Your own map coordinates are also completely borked at this point, so your best bet is to just teleport away. Your people need you, after all. And here, back where it all began, is where I think we'll end this episode. I've got some post-credit bonus content yet to come, but I hope you've enjoyed the most recent serving of this madness. Looking forward to seeing you again next time on Green Glitches. Okay, so, apparently people eat, like, bell peppers by choice. We are We're acting for the camera. Oh my god. Oh, this is gross. If you're wondering why exactly I'm eating a bell pepper like raw like this, there's a really, really great cooking competition called Iron Chef. I'm sure you've heard of it. If not the original Japanese version, then the American reboot, which I think is Iron Chef America. It's way worse. But in the original Iron Chef, the host of the show, at the end of the intro, he like always has a bell pepper. He takes a big bite and then he just laughs at the camera for like a while. It's absolutely hilarious. Definitely watch the show if you get a chance. Thanks for watching this episode of Green Glitches. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it enough, maybe sacrifice 25% of your HP to set up that substitute. Graphics should be playing right now. And if you really, really like the content and you're made of Poké Dollars, maybe consider evolving into a mighty Patreon. If you're a current Patreon, you should see all of your names on screen right now, covering me up. And among the benefits, plural, that you can get is you can force me to read lines like this, which I'm going to add in post so that it doesn't sound so bad, because the audio quality is trash in this little corridor.
I cannot wait for League of Legends Arceus, with Arceus' face over League of Legends characters' faces. Maybe I wasn't supposed to read that part. My name is Cheese. Cheese nuts! That's how you're supposed to read that, right? I mean, I remember being in high school. And special thanks to the OG Patreon of 27 years, my mom, who translated and proofread the Japanese at the beginning of this video. It's still really stupid, but it's not stupid because the grammar is wrong, okay? Thanks, Mom.
And that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.